like the same, you know, the majority of the same landscapes, but a completely different look, man. Maybe it's like it's on fire or some shit, you know what I mean? Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then we play that for like 6 months, right? And then after that, maybe like some massive tidal wave comes and now it's underwater. Like, but it's
that would actually be insane. That would probably be better.
Like, I'm telling you, man,
to change the whole, because usually like whenever they
look at PUBG, look at H1Z1, bad. Look at League of Legends. Slowly updating the game, the same map over and over, constantly adding updates. Like, so it's never a drastic change. When they did add a new map, it was ARAM, right? And that was a completely new mode.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I wanted to do a video about the possibilities of a new Fortnite map. Now, different people have talked about this on and off for a little while now, you know, on YouTube, on Twitch, different stuff like that, about the possibilities of us getting a new map. Now, I do not see one coming anytime soon now, but I just wanted to talk about my opinions on it, my thoughts. You know, Ninja, in that clip, as you've seen before, that was from his stream the other night, he mentioned about a new map, and he wanted it to be themed around a certain type of, you know, fire, water, something like that, and it just be our map that we already have, except, you know, themed around whatever theme that they wanted to do. And I do like the idea of that. He said that H1Z1 and PUBG did not have a good second map, and it ultimately failed for them, and that's why they don't need to do a second map in this. But, you know, it's different developers for each game. Each person can do something different, and I feel like Epic could really do good with the second map. Now, the majority of the reason that PUBG's second map failed, at least in my opinion, is because they made a desert map and they made it way too open, and everybody, you know, got beamed from every angle because they had nothing to hide behind. You know, everything, there's no cover in PUBG. And H1Z1, their second map didn't even fail. Most of you guys that watch me, you know, you're H1Z1 players, and H1Z1's second map didn't even fail. It came out and it was good. Everybody enjoyed it. They liked it. But the devs kept adding POIs, which is like carnivals, stuff like that they added to it, and everybody hated that. That ultimately ruined the FPS as well. So a lot of people got mad at that, and that's why they're going back to the second map in H1Z1. They're also coming out with the third map in PUBG because the second map didn't do too well. So, you know, it's just stuff like that. That's what Ninja's mainly talking about. Now, in my opinion, I think that Fortnite would do good with a new map, and I do like the idea that Ninja had of a fire theme or a water theme, but we have been playing this map for probably 8 to 9 months now, and it is kind of getting a little stale being on the same map. You know, they did add new cities and stuff. They added Tilted Towers, Haunted Hills, stuff like that, but I think the last addition we had was actually Tilted Towers, if I'm not wrong, and that's been quite a while back. So, you know, they have been talking about destroying Tilted. You know, that's been the whole hot thing to talk about, is destroying Tilted with a meteor. But it would be really cool to do like Ninja said, and when the meteor comes in, it would just wipe the whole place, make it fire and brimstone theme, you know, like charred trees, stuff like that. That would be cool. But, you know, it would kind of get old because ultimately you'd just be playing the exact same map again, except it would look different. So that's the only issue I have with the water and fire theme, is that it would be the exact same map. You know, it would just look different. I think the water theme would be cooler than the fire theme, though, because if it was at least a water theme, they could make it like, you know, you're underwater constantly and there's like fish swimming around, different stuff like that. That would kind of be a little cooler, but still it would be the same exact map. So that definitely wouldn't work out that well, in my opinion. Now, me personally, I don't really like cities in any kind of BR game. I do not like city fights. I don't like indoor fights because it's always shotguns and it's kind of RNG. I've always been that way in H1Z1. I don't like fights indoors. I don't like fights indoors on here because people can just use peeker's advantage in doorways and things like that, and it's just kind of it's just really annoying to me. So I would kind of like to see a less city-fied, as a better term, as not, you know, I don't have a better term to use other than just less city-fied, you know. K-Kona in the chat, more open area and less cities, less buildings and stuff like that would be really cool to see. Not necessarily a whole full-on desert like PUBG did with no buildings whatsoever, but, you know, something cool like that. I don't really know what they could do for a map per se, because, you know, right now they have sort of a city with farm mix going on, because you have the little towns, then you have the big city like Tilted Towers, and then you have the little farms like Anarchy Acres and Fatal Fields. I can't talk. Fatal Fields and Anarchy Acres. They have both of those as the farm side of things, and then they have, you know, Tilted Towers is the big city, and Retail Row is a big city. And then, you know, they have the smaller towns like Greasy Grove and all that. So it's a decent balance, but it really doesn't have a theme to it. You know, it's just like actual places in the U.S., you know, smaller towns with the big cities and stuff. And that's what it's kind of centered around. And a desert map, I don't think would really work for this. There is a desert map that is in the Save the World edition. And a lot of people have like hinted that the devs might do a desert theme for this. But I really don't see that happening just because it's so dull and bland. And really, what sells to people, especially the majority of the gameplay or the player base being kids on here, is the fact, you know, it's vibrant and, you know, good looking and stuff. That attracts people. So I can't see them doing a dull desert map, honestly. But let me know what you guys think that they're going to do. Please make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe if you're new. I would really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.